Greetings, beloved beings, fellow travelers on this planet, and guests from other realms. My name is Izobel Freeman, and I'm going to be doing a general reading for the collective for the week of November 12th through the 18th, 2017. Thanks so much to those of you who sent me encouraging messages about my Black Cat bonus video in Shortcut. If you haven't seen it yet, please check it out. It's my first ever on-camera video debut, and it's all about cat rescue. If you feel inspired, please support Black Cat Holistic Rescue by making a donation, purchasing something from their Zazzle store, volunteering, fostering, or adopting an amazing black kitty. You can donate at www.blackcatholisticrescue.org or purchase a cute black cat item from www.zazzle.com/blackcatrescuela. Every little bit helps, so thanks in advance. Before I get started with this week's reading, as I've said in previous readings, I'm doing my best to give you all a basic astrological forecast in addition to reading cards, because we often get messages regarding the week's energetic climate, and the cards themselves also have so many astrological correspondences. I want you all to have context for these, so here we go. Today we get a relative astrological break, and I hope you all are enjoying the supportive Saturn-Uranus trine energy from yesterday. Tomorrow, Monday the 13th, there's a beautiful conjunction between Venus and Jupiter. These two are the brightest objects in the sky other than the moon, and when they come together before dawn, it's going to be stunning. This is an incredibly fortunate transit, because lovely Lady Venus, the planet of love, wealth, and beauty, will be teaming up with Jupiter, the planet of goodwill, luck, and expansion. This makes tomorrow a great day for pretty much anything, especially friendly, fun, financial, or romantic pursuits. Follow your bliss, dear ones, but make sure to stay securely heart-centered and grounded, because the one potential downside to this exciting energy is that you might overdo it when it comes to partying or spending. Know your limits, and play safely so that any joy you find tomorrow will be long-lasting and for your highest good. Also tomorrow, Mercury squares Neptune, which can make achieving mental clarity a bit of a challenge. A square is an uncomfortable relationship between planets, so when Mercury, the planet of the mind, of communication, and of technology, is at odds with Neptune, the planet of dreams, illusions, and psychic ability, things can get murky if you don't do that grounding thing I just suggested. Meditation, deep breathing, touching the earth, and staying present can help you keep the brain fog at bay. If you're finding yourself unable to concentrate or stay realistic about your actions and intentions tomorrow, or if you're especially emotionally or psychically sensitive, it might be a better day for relaxation than partying. Spending time in nature, or communing with one or two trusted companions, or with animals, can really help center your energy and may be much more rewarding than trying to be quote-unquote productive. Daydreaming, making art, reading, or watching a fun film are also good activities for anyone who feels adrift in the Mercury square Neptune haze. Combining this dreamy energy with Venus's love and Jupiter's generosity also makes tomorrow a great day for charity work. If there's a cause that's important to you, feel free to assist by giving gifts of time, talent, or money. Just be sure to know your limits, as I mentioned before. You can't help anyone if you're depleting your own reserves, so listen to your inner guidance and enjoy tomorrow as much as possible. Tuesday the 14th and Wednesday the 15th are relatively astrologically quiet, so we'll all have plenty of time to bask in the glow of Venus conjunct Jupiter and float in those dreamy Neptunian waters. On Thursday the 16th, there's even more Neptune-y goodness. This time it's a harmonious trine relationship between Venus and Neptune. Venus's love combined with Neptune's incredible spiritual power means Thursday is a fabulous day for gaining deep insights and rewards when it comes to relationships of all types. Your intuition and compassion will be strengthened, so it's another great day for charity work or for doing anything that requires understanding another being's point of view. Counseling, healing, spiritual and artistic endeavors are all favored, and you might find yourself connecting on a higher level with friends, family, or even others with whom you might not expect to find common ground. Anything beautiful, philosophical, or transcendent will be magnetically attractive on Thursday, and your sense of appreciation for creative works, both man-made and natural, will be enhanced. A sense of divine oneness pervades Thursday, and everyone and everything has the potential to feel a little more magical. This sense of wonder is going to be even more profound due to another harmonious trine, this one between the bright, beautiful sun and our cathartic friend Chiron. Those of you who have been following my readings for a while now know that Chiron is an icy minor planet that orbits the Sun between Saturn and Uranus. Chiron in astrology usually represents our deepest pain, which we've come into this life to transform. The Sun is all about our sense of self and how we literally shine in the world. So when the Sun's light illuminates our worries and our struggles, it can be a great time to heal the things that have been troubling us most. This, coupled with a loving intuition of that Venus-Neptune trine, makes Thursday an amazing day to face your fears, to have those challenging conversations with friends and family, and to process any grief, anger, or self-doubt you've been hanging on to, in hopes of letting it all go. It's a good day to see your therapist, to treat yourself at the spa or any healing venue, and to focus on forgiveness of self and others. Communion with nature or the divine is also a wonderful way to celebrate this powerful and positive transit. The insights we all stand to gain with the combined powers of Venus, Neptune, the Sun, and Chiron are sure to be profound. So I hope everyone is able to take at least a few minutes on Thursday to go within and hear whatever the universe has to say. On Friday the 17th, quick-witted Mercury forms a harmonious sextile relationship with action-oriented and aggressive Mars. This means your motivation, mental acuity, and courage to speak your mind will all get a big boost. After floating in those Neptunian waters and doing some serious self-healing with Chiron, many of us are going to want to move forward with renewed energy and strength. This Mercury-Mars team-up is perfect for that. Your ideas will be exciting and your energy will be high, so it's an ideal day to get things done that have previously seemed a bit too daunting. Business endeavors, activism, public speaking, and risk-taking are all favored, within reason, of course. Problem-solving either individually or in groups is going to be enhanced as well, so all that productivity we missed out on midweek is sure to come rocketing back up to speed by week's end. Communication, charisma, and the will to succeed are all yours on Friday, so make it count, friends. On Saturday the 18th, it's the new moon in Scorpio, which is a challenging new moon due to its relationship with an uncomfortable square forming between Mars and Pluto this coming Sunday. Mars and Pluto being involved means the theme of this new moon is going to be about power and assertion, both public and private. Mars takes action publicly, and Pluto is all about what lies beneath the surface. So this new moon has the potential to trigger a landslide of transformation, both in us as individuals and as a collective on the world stage. Yesterday's Saturn-Uranus trine energy will still be with us, activated by the new moon's minor aspects, so chances are whatever is dredged up from Pluto's depths will be worked out for our highest good, even if Mars makes the process more violent than we might prefer. It's vitally important for this new moon that we all remember that Venus trine Neptune spirit of love from this Thursday, because staying heart-centered and connected to higher mind is the key to us making the most compassionate and healing new moon wishes that we can. If we stay focused on our best intentions, whatever is brought into the light and hashed out by Mars and Pluto and mediated by Saturn and Uranus has the potential to be dealt with in a loving way. Hidden shadows related to the abuse of power in some or lack of assertion in others need to be cleansed, as is reflected in current world events. That Sun trine Chiron clarity we're getting on Thursday is also going to be crucial for this healing process. Never before have we needed the power of divine love and forgiveness more, and I believe we can use it to transform ourselves, our collective, and our world for the better if we stay focused on the best possible outcome. Let's make those wishes, folks. We got this. Okay, some really beautiful energy ramping up into a potentially heavy new moon, so I'm definitely excited to hear what guidance our friends in spirit have for us. Let's get to the cards, shall we? As I do in every reading, I'm going to begin by lighting my little candle for my beautiful spirit kitty Pinky, who was in physical with me until 2015 and was and still is my greatest spiritual teacher. Okay, everyone. Lots of amazing energy going on this week. I'm actually kind of really excited about it. All that Neptune stuff, the Jupiter conjunct Venus tomorrow. Ooh, that's so beautiful. We're really starting the week off with a bang. We got a quiet day today, and then tomorrow everything really ramps up, and it's going to be super, super magical. And prepare us. We're going to get lots of opportunities to clear out lots of things that have been really important to take a look at in our lives and also in public events. And I'm actually very excited. I'm excited for us this weekend. The new moon, it does look, potentially challenging, but I really think that if we focused on the highest good, we got this. We really do. There's so much good potential energy, and it looks like all the guides and every little potential in the game in astrology is really ramping us up with some good stuff in the beginning, getting us ready for that, challenge of the new moon at the end of the week. So as I like to do in every reading, I'm just going to turn this beautiful Angel Tarot deck over and see what we have on the bottom for our overall energy for this reading. Yep. Look, everyone. Number 1, the Magician, Archangel Raziel. You are ready. You have the resources or the ability to manifest them. Life is magical. Yes, absolutely. This sums up in one beautiful image how I feel about this new moon, how I feel about this week in general. We've got so much magic. We got Big Daddy Jupiter and lovely Lady Venus coming together for that gorgeous conjunction. And that energy is going to be hanging around. This card actually feels a lot like that Saturn-Uranus trine from yesterday, and that's going to be still hanging around. Don't forget, astrologically, yes, we say that these things happen on a certain day, but for certain of these planets, for some of these planets, especially the big ones and the ones that are farthest away from the Earth, these are big, slow-moving planets, and the aspects that they are forming tend to form, and then they hang out, lending their energy as an undercurrent to our process and the process of our collective for quite some time. So this Saturn-Uranus trine that's going on now and that's going to still be affected by the new moon at the end of this coming week, not going away anytime soon. It's actually the third of the Saturn-Uranus trines in a series, and that series began in 2016 and is only coming to a close with its group of three. 3 of these trines have happened. This is the latest in a group of 3. And so this is almost like the completion of a cycle, this beautiful aspect of the planet of rules and limitations and setting all of the physical restraints that allow us to play this game, and the planet of lightning strike, revolution, self-expression, and reinvention, both playing nice together and both coming together for the 3rd time in a cycle. And this really feels like that because the Magician brings together the best aspects of that Uranian. You can see he's almost got this kind of lightning strike energy coming through him from heaven, from higher mind. And he's directing it through his own hand, through his own creative ability into the lower world of 3D reality. This card is the card of having all the possibilities and actually taking action on them, taking real 3D action, taking this nebulous, you could call it Uranian Neptunian energy of potential and the electric spark of aha, the inspiration, and channeling it down to actually make an experience that we can all have here in 3D. This card is so dense in symbolism. I'm going to hang out on it for a little while. I know you guys are really eager to get into the reading, but this card is so dense and beautiful. You've got this kind of Gandalf wizard-like character. Raziel is this angel of deep esoteric wisdom. He teaches beautiful manifestational secrets. He does remind me of Gandalf from Lord of the Rings, where he's this wise figure, this figure who is very focused and has been through some stuff in his experience. He's been around the block. He's got that Saturn, that old father time quality to him. In this card, there are a couple of symbols here. The white lilies symbolizing the new and the sort of the unblemished, the brand new, the possibilities, all the possibilities, the innocent. This has that Uranian energy of the 0 card, the previous card in this deck, called the Dreamer in the Angel Tarot, and it's called the Fool in traditional tarot. That has a very Uranian, I express out of myself spontaneously energy, and it's very 0 point, pure source creation energy. These red roses symbolize experience, life experience. You could call them the color of blood or the color of having been through some stuff in your life. And this red, the color of not only vitality and life and the active force. This also feels like that kind of Mars-Mercury day that we're getting, where we're all going to be really rocketing forward. On his belt, Archangel Raziel has the 4 elements, meaning that he has mastered how to bring this 0-point innocent energy through the 4 elements of 3D physical creation, create reality according to his will and according to all of the colors in the halo of his mind. You can see here, I hope you can see, his halo is rainbow colored. And that means he has mastered the spectrum of experience in addition to aligning every chakra in his own system. So he's mastered himself and he's mastered life. And you can also see the infinity symbol above his head, hopefully, pointing to the fact that he is not only completely lined up chakra-wise, but has also connected deeply to his higher mind. And that's where he gets the 0-point source energy with which to create his life experience and the wider world. Beautiful, beautiful symbolism and completely uplifting, encouraging energy. This is again Uranus and Saturn. Uranus and Saturn, 0-point energy, innocence and experience, limitations and inspiration and possibility, pure possibility, working together in one being to support us, giving us this magical one, which is a new beginning, which symbolizes all the wishes that we're going to be making for new moon, new beginning in Scorpio. Beautiful. I'm really excited to have this very supportive energy with that new moon, because we've also got that Mars-Pluto square, which is going to make that new moon challenging. Speaking of power and how to wield power, this is a benevolent way to wield power, not asserting your will over others, simply purely channeling into your own experience and creating reality for yourself, and realizing that there's no one else in your equation except for you. You are creating your own reality, and every other divine being in existence is also creating their reality. And the question now for us all on the world stage is, how do we all do this together? How do we all, as sovereign beings, wield power on an individual basis and as a collective? Let's see if we can figure that out in this reading. Thanks for sticking with me with that. Because it's one of my favorite cards in the deck. It really is. I'm going to start shuffling for the actual reading spread, and I'm doing this shuffling in this very kind of loose, I call it my mushy way of shuffling, that allows cards to, as you can see, they start to creep out of the deck, and I'm hoping that we can get, not 5 at once, but maybe 1 or maybe 2 at once for this first position. This looks like we've got 1. The first position in this spread, and I call this spread my quick cross spread. This is a spread I came up with for my own uses, just to use intuitively on my own, and decided that it would be great to share it with you all in my general readings. The first position is the recent past into present of the collective. The next position I'm shuffling for is the present into near future. Looks like this one's creeping out. Great. Next, I will be laying down a vertical comprised of mind or higher mind, heart, and body or subconscious wisdom of the collective. Wow. So magical. And as I do shuffle, I am calling in, inviting in all my benevolent guides, all the angels that are hanging around who want to help with the reading, all my dear ones who have passed on into non-physical, all entities that are good and light-based, who want to help with our process here on planet Earth. Oh, look at that. There's a mind or higher mind card. Let's see if we can get a heart card. I always invite all our non-physical friends who love us to help. Because, let's face it, we can use all the help we can get right now. Especially with stuff going on in the world. My goodness, we're all so overwhelmed. It's all crazy out there. But this week, really, especially beginning to midweek, just promises to be so beautiful and so loving and heart-based. And even the hard stuff, like, you know, Sun and Chiron working together, and a lot of people are sort of, I don't know, a little bit shy about Chiron, about getting into their Chiron stuff, because it can be intimidating, it can be vulnerable making, it can be not fun. These looks like we've got 2 for the heart. We did that last week too. Whenever the guides give us 2 cards for one position, it tends to be either they want us to have more information about the issue at hand, or it's a choice, like a probability split. We have a choice of feeling one way or acting one way or another way about the situation. Oh, and it looks like Body Subconscious card came out right after that, which is great. Okay, next position is for what can help us on our journey, whether that be spiritual, mental, emotional, physical aid, or some other kind of aid. Maybe sometimes it's a caution. Wow, I don't know which ones of those you guys want me to take. So, okay, it's this one. There we go. And last position is what some people like to call the outcome. I like to call it the most probable direction we're going to be moving in based on the energy that we have established here. I never like to say that anyone can predict the future in a reading, because we are all, one by one, just like I said, creating our experience from moment to moment through law of attraction, and the future is always up to us. There's a general direction that the collective wants to be moving, but within that we have so much free will and we have so much manifestational power, and the wizard showing up at the beginning just completely confirms that. Okay, this card is already popped out, so I'm going to let it be. Great, there's our spread. Let's see. Recent past into present for the collective. 8 of air. Yep. Back again. This card has been hanging out a little bit at the beginning of spread for, not in the last reading, but like in a reading like a couple back. Same beginning position. The illusion of being trapped, a lack of self-confidence, afraid to take action. Yes, air cards are all about the mind. Those of you who have been following my readings do know this about the Angel Tarot deck. The air cards correspond to the Suite of Swords in traditional tarot, and they are all about what's going on up in our mind, or as I like to call it, the coconut, the brain, the frontal lobe. And this illusion of being trapped just lets us know this is our physical mind. This is our human finite mind that has the idea that we are trapped in our current situation and there is just no way to solve it. And looking at stuff in the news, you could really, really believe that. You really can, because it seems so overwhelming. There's so many impasses. There's so much, frankly, there are so many cans of worms open. It feels like we can't even process one crazy thing before the next day some other crazy thing happens. And we're supposed to somehow deal with all the crazy, hashtag all the crazy, at once. Symbolized by these unicorns who are chasing this one unicorn into the foreground. This group of crazy makers. This can either symbolize people in your life or people on the world stage, or issues that run around in your mind that keep you awake at night, that keep the hamster wheel going at night, or the monkey mind racing at night. This 8 is this kind of inside joke for this card, though. Those of you who have seen my previous readings where I draw this card, I talk about the little inside joke. 8 is an incredible number of fortune. If you take an 8 and you turn it on its side, you get that beautiful infinity symbol that was above Raziel's head in the overall energy card. So, yes, this card looks overwhelming and it looks like there's no way out, but the secret is, the guides are telling us to look to higher mind, the eternal part of you, the eternal nature part of you that knows you're not trapped because it's looking at the situation from a bird's eye view and it can see the entire maze. You can't see what's around the next corner. Finite human monkey mind can't see what's around the next corner, but higher mind definitely can. And if we get heart-centered and we connect to that higher processor, we're going to have access to inspiration, to ideas, to moments of synchronicity that we would not have had access to had we just been in the lower mind and we're just running and we think we're trapped. When you're stuck focusing on problems or too many problems that are overwhelming you, you get this lack of self-confidence. You get this illusion of being trapped because law of attraction is in play. The longer you stare at a problem, the more problems sprout up like mushrooms after rain, right? They just pop out of the ground. And maybe that's why it feels like we can't even process one crisis before another crisis just pops up right after it, is because we're staring. And we can't look away. It's like watching a train wreck. And so we're kind of stuck in this cycle of crisis right now. And for many of us, that's world stage stuff. For many of us, that's also personal stuff. It's easy to feel super overwhelmed. Our thought processes get interrupted so many times a day because of social media and because of e-devices in general, because of the pace of life, because it seems like we can't get a moment to just catch our breath. And that's what this unicorn feels like right now. This lack of self-confidence, you're afraid to take action because you're just in analysis paralysis, or you're just so overwhelmed with all the stuff that's coming at you. You can't take action, so your mind says. But also, the other inside joke about this card is that this unicorn is running away from this group of crazy makers, away from this sort of dark place that they have come from, and they're running into this beautiful, lush, green space, literally into greener pastures. And this card is just letting us know that if we connect to higher mind, if we get heart-centered, greener pastures are waiting for us. There is a way out that we just have not seen yet because we're focusing on the problem. So let's see what the rest of the reading has to say to illuminate that. Not the most fun place to be right now, but again, some of us have Chiron stuff to clean out. Some of us have Pluto stuff that we're going to be facing over new moon, issues of power, feeling powerless, feeling like we need to assert ourselves, assert our own power. Some of you have been feeling powerless for a long time, but greener pastures are waiting, and some sort of divine inspiration from higher mind through this divine and very fortunate 8 is waiting for you. Let's see what's going on and if the rest of the reading can illuminate this. Okay. Yeah. If we stay focused, this is the present into near future position. Having your mind be overwhelmed like this and feeling trapped can lead to great amounts of emotional sadness. A water card is about how your heart feels. A water card's about your emotions. This 4 of water, missing an opportunity, discontentment or boredom, open your eyes to the possibilities. Remember how I said that if you get off the hamster wheel of physical, finite, human ego mind, and you connect to higher mind, you will see opportunities and have ideas and have synchronicities in your life that you would not have seen otherwise. This is the card of missing that whole point, missing those beautiful new opportunities because you're still focused on the place where you've come from or the place where you perceive that you're trapped. This card is another wonderful inside joke because it is a 4. The number 4 is a foundational number. I've said this before in other readings, but if you have, say, 4 legs on a table, 4 legs on a chair, for posts sunk at the four corners of a foundation for a house, you feel like you can build something stable that you can rest your weight on. And this 4 is your clue that you're in process right now, and you are going to come into a stability that's already there. This opportunity is already there. This illusion of being trapped is already an illusion. It's already bogus. You've already got greener pastures ahead of you. You're just not seeing them yet. And you can see this mermaid is swimming by, and she's so depressed. You can see the depression, like so sad, discontent, bored, or sad, or grieving, or focusing on what's not working in life. And so that you miss this golden opportunity that is already here for you. This secret foundation, this being a water card, is also the nod that if you get in your heart, if you stop letting your mind run away with you and focusing on these worries, if you get in the heart, if you meditate, if you go and sit on the foundation of the planet, there's no firmer foundation to sit on than your Mother Earth. So if you get out there, like I was talking about in the astrology section, and get out there and touch the planet, get out there and be in nature. This can also feel, because this is a water card, it feels very like Neptunian, like those Neptune waters that I was talking about. This can be that time where you've got that Venus-Jupiter conjunction and you've got all this beautiful energy, right? This feels like the Venus-Jupiter conjunction energy tomorrow. But you've also got that kind of Mercury-Neptune, murky-lurky energy that can really distract your mind from possible really joyful things that you could be focusing on. That's the other thing about Neptune and Mercury is when they come together, there is this possibility of seeing the illusion, right? Neptune is the planet of illusions. And even though it's highly psychic and spiritual, it does have that kind of downside too. Every planet, even Jupiter, people talk about Jupiter as being this like great, benevolent, beneficent planet that's an expander of everything. Even Jupiter has some downsides because we live in a experience of duality. We live in a reality where there are opposites and there are polarities to everything. So Neptune does have this thing about illusoriness. So if your mind is focused on the things that are not working in your life and you're focused on the sad, the illusion can seem really overwhelming and you can be sort of lost in these Neptune illusory waters, this illusion of being trapped, this illusion of having no recourse, and miss whatever gift that Jupiter conjunct Venus has to give you. And also all of that more positive Neptune energy that's coming on later in the week. And the Chiron trine, Sun Chiron trine, all these hidden gifts that are in these waters with you, but you're not seeing. So open your eyes to the possibilities. You do have a firm foundation. Maybe some of you need to go touch the foundation of the earth. Go touch your mother so that you can know that you are being taken care of. You might not be able to see it yet because you're trapped in this illusion right now. And there's a lot to reinforce that illusion, and I get it and I feel you. But there's good stuff in the works. So let's see where, since a lot of this is in the mind is racing and focusing on the being trapped, and the heart is feeling sad because of that. But both of these cards have secret in-jokes that we have this in some way. So let's take a look at mind or higher mind. 6 of water. Memories from your history or childhood, issues regarding children, or romanticizing the past. Okay, this card is always reminds me of Chiron stuff. It's another water card, so it's all about emotions and how you feel about something. Sometimes the little captions on these cards can feel different than what the reading is telling us. This is in the mind, and this is romanticizing maybe a past that used to be simpler, maybe looking back to your childhood and missing those days because your life is so complicated right now. But this can also, issues regarding children could be your own kids, but also could be yourself as a child. And this is how this caption comes out energetically from this card to me right now, is that a lot of this Chiron pain that we're all meant to be processing during this highly intuitive and Neptunian week that we're all swimming around in, this is childhood pain. It's also how we teach our children now, how we don't transfer our childhood pain to the next generation. So this card has a couple of different meanings all at once. It could be that you long for a more simple time when it wasn't overwhelming. It could be you're worried about your own kids or kids in general, the next generation, maybe the earth, the planet that we're passing on to the next generation. Yeah, and it could also be issues regarding our inner child. The inner child that is hurt, that needs to transform its Chiron pain. This 6 of water is, 6 is the number of love. It's the number of giving. It's a very self-sacrificing number. It's a very motherly number. And this 6 of water reminds me of the Venus-Neptune trine midweek. Venus-Neptune trine, also the Sun-Chiron trine that we have going on. This is that old pain, which has now transformed into new pain because now we all inflict our pain on the next generation. We try not to, but we do. Because this world stage, this 3D reality that we're all experiencing now, is the place where we come to physicalize beliefs. Whatever beliefs we're carrying around, whatever we believe to be true, we manifest through our own experience, and we create the world. That's how we make the world. That's how we make reality. And then the new ones are born into whatever stage that we have set up through our previous manifestations. They inherit the next version of the world. And it becomes then up to us and up to them, whoever's alive right now, it's up to all of us to change this illusion, to change the belief systems that we have previously hung on to transform limiting beliefs, to transform those Plutonian issues of power and control and assertion, and possibly leave a world that is better than how we found it. A very powerful card, very amazing issues to have all in the mind right now. This is both on our physical human mind and in the mind of higher mind, because of this love number, this deep love that higher mind and that source and spirit and God, goddess, whatever you want to call it, that it has for us. And us all just trying to figure this stuff out, right? Yeah. Very deep card. Gonna come back to it because it's loaded. There's a lot going on this week. Neptune stuff, Chiron stuff, Pluto stuff, new moon. So yeah, lots going on. I'm going to come back to that. I totally am. So in the heart, 2 cards got laid down. I'm going to draw the one that got laid down first. 5 of air. An unwise choice. Learn what you can from this situation. Review everyone's motives. Yeah. This is that card of overreacting, or reacting to this situation from that limited, trapped place. That lack of self-confidence, being afraid to take action, possibly getting yourself into stuff that, is not in your best interests. This is that possibility of going overboard tomorrow with that Venus conjunct Jupiter as well. Although this feels like a larger human issue than just, drinking too much or spending too much money tomorrow. This is everyone looking at what's gone on in our world and seeing that we've been unwise, possibly because we haven't made a choice, because we've felt like we didn't have a choice and we've just kind of let things go on autopilot for so long. And possibly we've let things go on in our world that we didn't like and we thought we didn't have a choice. And things are coming to light now in the world where we have to review everyone's motives. This is that Pluto dredging everything up, that Pluto-Mars square that's coming. I mean, spoilers for next week, but Pluto-Mars square coming on Sunday, it's all about dredging up just toxic issues that have been under the surface. Pluto loves to do that. Pluto loves to dig up stuff. And Chiron does too, except that Chiron tends to be more personal about your own life issues and your own pain. Like really stuff that happened to you in childhood, really things that got installed early that now you are playing out and you're trying to process for the greater good. This 5 of air, 5 is a very human number. It's a number of process. It's a number of, if you have a 1, like the one we got in the beginning, the one with Raziel, a 1 is a brand new beginning, having all the options open, just having barely stepped on your path and you're taking baby steps. A 9 is the end of a cycle, or just the completion of a project or the completion of a chapter of your life. A 10 is a complete reinvention of self, because 10 numerologically collapses into a 1. So it's another new beginning. It's like you've gone through the cycle of 1 through 9 and now you are new again. And now what are you going to be? So this 5, this is that halfway there number. I always like to call it the halfway there number. You're neither new nor complete, but you're in the middle, and that can be that analysis paralysis place, this lack of self-confidence, afraid to take action, stuck in the middle. There have just been stuff in our world and stuff in our lives that we have been afraid to take action about. And this feels a lot like the unwise choice of not doing anything about it when we might have or could have or maybe should have. And this is humanity now coming together to talk about that. These are Chiron things that are going to be revealed this week. These are newsworthy things that are already in play now and there will be more information about later. And 5, I say it's a human number because we have 5 digits on each of our major appendages. We have 5 fingers, 5 toes on each hand and foot. And we also have 5 major appendages. We have 2 arms, 2 legs, and a head. So 5 is that very human of numbers, that number of being in process. And this is what we came here to work out, friends. This is the tough stuff that we came here to work out. Luckily, this is all in the heart. I mean, it's an air card, so it's a problem of the mind, but luckily we're putting it in the heart processor, which is what I said to do in the beginning with the astrological section. We really need to solve these seemingly unsolvable mind-based problems with the heart processor, because the heart is so much stronger of a processor than our finite coconut brain. Let's see what the second card they gave us tells us about this situation. 6 of fire, yes. Victory, good news, it's on its way, public recognition or awards. Another 6, the number of love, the number of stewardship in a way. It feels very parental because it's so motherly, this 6. And look, it's lovely to have this 6 sort of solving, being the next step in the process. We get off this halfway there number where it feels like we can't solve the thing, and we get on with making a heart-based decision. Love comes through, and I love having the number of love doubled here in the reading. We've been getting doubles. We got a lot of doubles in the last reading. And now the first double of this reading is a 6, which is the number of love. And that makes me so comforted. This is that Venus conjunct Jupiter energy. This is that Venus-Neptune energy. This is a very supportive, beautiful background of love. This is a fire card. Fire cards are all about alchemical transformation and passion. This is our creative force. This is that energy that Raziel was channeling through his own hand. Once 0 point source energy comes through higher mind and our own heart processor, it turns into the energy of the fire of will. This also feels like that Mercury, Mars aspect that we're getting on Friday. After we go through all this cathartic Chiron revolution, we get that boost of outward action with brilliant mind. We get a lot done. Alchemical fire can also refer to that Pluto Mars again. Mars being very fiery and outward action oriented, Pluto being about alchemical, secret, underground, subconscious fire. And this is just pointing to the fact that just like Raziel is saying, that we have what it takes. We really do. We can triumph over these seemingly unsolvable. Look at the sadness and the pain and the bad choices or the limitations that we've been imposing on ourselves. And these sixes letting us know that we have the heart-based power and the alchemical fire of creation to achieve victory. And good news is on its way. We will get public recognition or awards, meaning that not only individually will our creative endeavors be successes if we can manage to solve this problem in the heart and with the help of higher mind, but it's public too. It's the collective. It's healing the world. It is finding a heart-based, inspired, loving way of solving all of these seeming impasses. And this is beautiful that they give us these two cards. This is a progression that they're showing us. And it's also a choice, because we can stay in this overwhelmed place. We can stay in this place of inaction, being stuck in the middle, not moving forward. Or we could move forward, tip off of the halfway there place into the 6th place rather than the 5, and achieve this beautiful, fiery, inspired victory. So yes, it's very, very encouraging for them to give us these two. They're just letting us know with all these 6s as well that love really is the key here. If we can hold on to our heart center and we can stay in that Neptune-Venus place or in that Jupiter-Venus place this week, remember that energy, bask in it, store it up like a battery, and take it into this new moon weekend and take it into this Pluto square Mars weekend, we have the potential to return victorious from whatever challenge these things bring up. Beautiful. You can see this warrior energy, this returning triumphant warrior energy. And that really does feel like we're being ramped up. We're being charged up with love to face not only our individual hurts, the Chiron hurts, but also the world stage Pluto-Mars stuff that we really do have to transform, even though it seems like there's no way to do it. Yeah. 8 of higher mind, 6s of heart, letting us know we really do have this. Let's see what the body subconscious is having to say. King of Air. Brilliant, impartial, professional, and diplomatic. Speak your mind with confidence. Seek out professional advice. Balance mental and emotional considerations. This is our first court card on the board, and it's really, really interesting that, you know, the air cards have been kind of scary for us. But then out of the body subconscious wisdom comes this beautiful King of Air. I've shown this comparison before, but you can see, if you look carefully, that the group of crazy makers or the group of crazy making energies in the backgrounds of these cards are the same group. It's the exact same art of these unicorns here, the same group of crazy making aspects. And yet, the unicorn running away sort of in a haphazard, like panicked way from this situation into this greener pasture has now matured energy-wise into this King of Air. Now you can see some time has passed. You can see that it's also the exact same foreground. See that? It's the exact same foreground, but now in autumn. Now after some maturity, some contemplation, some going through some of the hard stuff in life. Now this kingly figure walks right by, has this sword. It has that masterful energy of Raziel from the beginning. from our overall energy. But look, he walks by the crazy makers, he walks by all the haters, and he just doesn't care. He's just, can't care about what the peanut gallery now has to say. He has a purpose. He knows what he wants. He's cut out all of the things in his life, this old baggage, these old limiting beliefs that do not serve him, and he charges forward with purpose and with grace. This being in the root position it's just amazing to me, because the body subconscious knows that we got this. It really does. And we should feel really comforted by that, because all of this looks completely kind of up for grabs. And there's this root level. This also points to our rootedness to the planet. Again, there's that little secret whisper that keeps telling us that if we get out in nature, if we ground ourselves, if we sit under some trees, maybe feel the stability and the foundation of the earth, that this king of air energy will come and join us. Our root wisdom, body subconscious wisdom, will be able to merge with this love energy that we need from mind and heart, and brilliant, impartial, professional, diplomatic ideas will start coming to us. Inspiration. What did I say about synchronicity? The synchronicity we're missing out on. This is, again, it's our first court card. Court cards, if you've been with me for a while, you've heard me say this before. Court cards in the Angel Tarot, kings, queens, pages, knights. This could signify a person in your life who is an air sign, like an Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra, or someone who displays these types of characteristics in your life. Someone who's brilliant, impartial, professional, and diplomatic. Someone who can give you professional advice. Someone who can help you balance mental and emotional considerations. This could be an actual person who is in your life or who is coming into your life to help you with these things. It could also be an aspect of you. An aspect of you that is tired of feeling trapped and tired of missing opportunities and willing to say, let's sit and be present, and maybe I need to meditate, maybe I need to focus on what is and is not serving me in my life, get over my Chiron stuff, get over my childhood things. And when I say that, I don't mean it's easy. I just mean this is what's needed. Air signs, air people, they have a reputation for not taking crap when it comes to beliefs and when it comes to doing things in an efficient and in a manner that serves your highest good. And again, could be a person, could be an aspect of you that has just had enough of this and is firmly rooted, very practical. It's funny that this is an air card in a very root-based chakra, like earthy place in the reading. But in a way, we need a grounded, practical air thinking way of going about things that can combat this overwhelm and these kind of knee-jerk bad decisions that are brought about by us feeling helpless. And this is not a helpless card. My goodness, I'm so excited to have this at root level. Great. Well, that was a lot of help just at root level. Let's see what can help us on our journey. The Empress. Yes. Archangel Gabriel, lavish abundance, give birth to your dreams, nurture yourself and others. Yes. Remember what I was talking about the 3 is this, I'm getting ahead of myself. The 3 is a number of divine creation. The 3 is this amazing number where, let's say, a divine masculine aspect and a divine feminine aspect come together and they create this beautiful progeny, this new creation, this new way of thinking, or a literal child. You can see this angel here is holding an actual baby. 3 is really a beautiful, fortunate number. It's the first of the numbers where you get a thing. You get a new product. A 1 is you yourself beginning your own journey. A 2 is you meet another, a reflection of you. Either you become of 2 minds so you can debate with yourself about what you really believe in, or you manifest a reflection in the form of a relationship to someone else. And maybe an opposite. Remember I said about what I said about this reality being a polarized reality, a reality of duality, a reality of polar opposites, male, female, light, dark, good, evil, whatever, however you want to define those things. The Empress is this just beautiful manifestation of that divine feminine having met the divine masculine and now having given birth to something amazing. She is the stand-in in this deck for the goddess, the divine feminine, the divine feminine having manifested creation. You can see all the abundance, the lavish, beautiful foliage, all the creatures on planet Earth, this divine golden light, symbol of abundance. This is also a card that is heavily connected to the planet Venus. So when you have Venus and Big Daddy Jupiter having a conjunction tomorrow, you see Venus magnified in all her glory, because Venus is that planet of love and wealth and good fortune on all counts. Beauty as well. Everything beautiful, everything you want is embodied in the goddess of Venus, the figure of Venus. But Jupiter is this big magnifying glass. And when Jupiter and Venus line up, it's almost like you put a magnifying glass over all the most beautiful aspects of this divine feminine, just powerhouse. The Empress has it all. She knows how to create. She knows how to love. She knows how to be without shame. She is the manifestation of divine feminine, and the guides are putting this in the help position. And this reading is heavily about what's going on in our world, on the world stage. Yes, it's about our individual lives. Those of you, I hope you're reading into this, the individual messages for you as they apply to your own day-to-day life right now. But I got to tell you, of the readings so far, this is the most heavily tilted towards this stuff is going on our world stage for us as a collective. And in the help position is divine feminine rising. In the help position is finally the feminine, whatever that means to you. It might not mean like that you're actually sexually oriented that way or that you adopt those gender roles, but the divine feminine energy has been largely ignored and mostly demonized throughout our recorded human history in this game that we've been playing for a few thousand years, where we have forgotten the merits of this. This Empress card can symbolize Venus, but it can also symbolize our Mother Earth. So this is a dual message that we're getting here. What can help us is embracing that divine feminine energy of motherly, supportive, nurturing love, whether we embody it as Venus, the goddess of love, and the planet, trine Neptune, which is going to immerse us in this womb-like beautiful ocean of support and emotional connection. That can be Venus, but it can also be our planet, our Mother Earth, whom we need to remember more than ever now. There's so much going on where we're suffering. So many of us are suffering because of disconnection, because we've forgotten that we're all connected. We've forgotten and we've made unwise choices that have been out of separation. The other message of this 5, being that halfway there number, is it's right stuck in the middle. It divides. It can be a divisive barrier where we split, where we become dualistic and we don't merge. This card talks about not being dualistic anymore, merging the one, the two, the divine masculine, divine feminine to create this beautiful new way of being. And the help position is talking all about Venus, the love, and Mother Earth, the planet. So just giving us that skeleton key to get out of this jail that we've made for ourselves. And it's really great when a really powerful divine masculine and a really powerful divine feminine show up one after another. And you've got the magician at the beginning. Really can't get better than that in terms of power. We've got a huge divine masculine archetype with Raziel in the beginning, and we've got the divine feminine, all talking about no more division, no more duality, no more demonizing anyone or anything on this planet, realizing we're all in this together. Mother Earth wants us to connect as a collective, and victory is ours if we come together in love. And if we embrace this healthy divine masculine archetype, this speak your mind with confidence. Again, Mercury and Mars coming together. And King of Air, if you relate that to Saturn and Uranus, again, working together. Conservatives and liberals working together. Coming together. No more divisiveness. Creating something new. This is in the help position. Super powerful. Can't stress this enough. This is crucial right now. Heart-based energy, divine feminine being valued, a partnership coming together, everyone meeting at the table and connecting and remembering the planet as a whole. Giant, giant push. Guides are hugely stressing that right now. Let's see what a probable direction that we could be moving in is. 10 of Air. The end of a difficult situation. Embrace the change and expect things to get better now. You're recovering from an addiction. Absolutely. What did I say about the 10 being a complete reinvention and resetting of a 1? And look, a whole new way of being. Look, look, look. We've come on this journey. Okay, so we were running away from the crazy makers into possibly greener pastures, away from darkness, and being overwhelmed and trapped. We mature into the fall, into a powerful, self-contained, sovereign being who stands up for ourselves. Remember that courage that we're going to be getting to stand up for ourselves, and also that Pluto-Mars square that's coming, where we're going to need to address issues of sovereignty, power over others, power out of ourselves. This individual has power over themselves. And it has power coming out of themselves, out of their own root and their own love for self and their own belief in their own worthiness. And they don't exert this power over anyone else. You can see they just don't care about what the crowd is doing. And now look, the crowd is no longer apart from the individual. The crowd is together. And now you can see the crowd now is also made up of all types of unicorns, all colors. See the interesting homogeneity of color here? And then you have this person of color here in the foreground, being the revolutionary. And now suddenly, at the end of the cycle, a reinvention, you could call this spring now. After autumn, maybe they've gone through a long, cold, harsh winter. They've reawakened the divine feminine. They've invited everyone to the table, including the whole planet. And now they're a parade all together. No one's chasing each other. No one's excising someone from the group. No one is, and they're not homogenous. All colors, and in this beautiful spring. And this magical fairy dust of new foliage that's blooming everywhere. The end of a difficult situation. Embrace the change, everyone. Stop forcing everyone who's different from you away. Because they're going to pick up a sword and they're going to get theirs and they're going to not care what you say. And then you're going to be forced to deal with them. Forced to deal with everyone and include everyone at the table, including the whole planet. And now we're a collective. Now things have changed. Geez, what a collective message this reading is. This is beautiful. And this journey is beautiful. From the one in the beginning saying that we have the potential to do what we need to do, we can get through this, to this 10 of completion at the end, where we're all together, even though we're different. We all embrace our diversity. We all take care of the planet. We're all working as a family, and this difficult situation is over. We have embraced the change, and now we expect things to get better. We have recovered from an addiction, and that addiction really feels like this unwise choice. This unwise choice to be stuck in the middle, to divide ourselves, to see us as us versus them. Remember that balance theme that's been following us around through like several readings, where we've got to learn how to balance me versus everyone else, how to balance what I want in the moment with the needs of the collective and of the entire planet. And if we can solve this equation, if we can also solve this pain, whatever Chiron or Pluto pain that is making some individuals with power enforce that power over others in cruel ways that then other people take with them into their adulthood and enforce on the next generation. We don't need to play those power games. We can break the cycle of pain by including everyone and embracing the goddess's message, both Venus and planet Earth, the goddess's message of love and divine creation. We can create our own way out of this illusion of being trapped. Beautiful. Wow. Such a profound and very collective-based reading. Yeah, that's what we're getting. So hopefully those of you who are looking for more individualized information this week, please find your symbolism throughout this story. But in the end, this is a collective story that this reading is telling us. This is the collective story of this journey, of this group, which is us here on this planet. We're all in this together. We're recovering from the addiction of demonizing everyone else who's different from ourselves. We're recovering from separation. We're recovering from needing to separate ourselves from those other people. Yeah. Beautiful. And so profound. Okay. On that note, I'm going to do some shortcuts from our Oracle cards decks. I'm going to do the Celebration of Love Oracle because of all the crazy Neptune, Venus, Jupiter energy that's going on. I did my first reading from this Oracle deck not too long ago and just had a ball just reading the back. This is just the artwork that's on the back of these cards. You can see this gorgeous, again, this theme of union of divine masculine and divine feminine, this earth tree, this heart-centered nature, this higher mind coming in through the crown chakra here. And you can see the value of the divine feminine input. It's really amazing, just the symbolism that's buried in this, just the back of the card. The tree of life, the dove of peace, these new beautiful babies being born, the new horizon, the sun rising over the ocean, this Neptunian symbolism of the dolphins and their higher wisdom, the fact that all creatures on the planet have a place at the table and are also listened to. My goodness, everyone, if we can't even listen to everyone in our human family, when will we listen to everyone in our planetary family? It feels really daunting. It feels like we've got a lot of ground to cover to get us to this place, but I really do believe we can do it. Look, the whole planet being united together, all of the colors of the rainbow. And this moon could be the new moon in Scorpio that we're talking about. Yeah. Extremely rewarding just looking at the back of this deck. I may get stuck doing that every time. Who knows? But in my shortcut process, I just like to flip the deck and see what we've got for our first card. Passion. Angel light. This is the energy of the Empress. You can see even the similarities of the two images here. This is the key. This is the get out of jail free card. Forgiveness from last time, the get out of jail free card. But also passion. Also creating from this Six of Fire place, this alchemical fire inside of you, the love. These sixes telling us the secret of having love in your heart, doing things out of love, doing things out of your creative passion so that you can revitalize the world. This energy has been missing from so much of our public discourse. So much of our public conversation is overwhelmed by duality and demonization of others and fear and anger and lower vibrations. Where is the passion? This is the secret of creating our way out of this seeming prison. This is our inner angel light. Source just wants us to know. Get heart-centered. Feel love. Feel happy. Look at the things in your life that are working. Look at the things in your life that you passionately want to do through no other reason than that you love to do them. And this energy transforms the world. Okay, gonna cut. Empowerment. Peaceful dreamer. Look at this. No longer running away in panic and having a lack of self-confidence and being afraid to take action. Empowerment. Feeling worthy. Solving those Chiron pains that made you feel not good enough as a child. Addressing those fears that make you feel small. When you feel empowered, you don't want to disempower others. Look how empowered this King of Air is. The peaceful dreamer. This is so Neptunian. This whole deck is so Neptunian. So this is why I wanted to use it for this reading. This is just letting us know that as we empower ourselves, we do not want to disempower others. And this is the solution to that Mars-Pluto square issue and to all those Chiron issues where someone in your life early on when you were a little kid made you feel not good enough. And now you're finding every way in the world to manifest that in your life in ways that do not serve you. And it's time for that to end because you are worthy. Because you've always been worthy. The great secret is you are a baby God. You are full of angel light. You are a peaceful dreamer here. The dreamer card here in the Angel Tarot deck, card number 0, always shows this beautiful youth stepping out on his path, his or her, sexes don't really matter in the tarot, but stepping out onto their path with faith and with the knowing that they are worthy, that the universe loves them. And this reality is here as a reflection of whatever it is that we deem to be true. And whatever it is that we deem to be true manifests on the world stage as a testimony that we are empowered, that we are creating this, that we are dreaming our reality into life. And that the more passionate we are, the more loving we are, the more our world will transform. And we will be, at the end of this difficult situation, we will have changed everything. And things will get better because we're empowered. Beautiful. Cutting. Empathy. Peace rainbow. Right? Empathy. What will change our world? forgiveness, compassion, and love. Empathy. Look at all the children of different colors, different races, coming together, and this angel holding the planet. And here we are, our animal friends. The ones that we hear, the dolphins, the dove of peace, the universe. Someday we will get beyond just me and mine and demonizing other humans so that we can actually hear the voices of our animal friends and feel their genius and their intelligence and their divine role on this, our beautiful planet Earth, in our collective experience together. And everyone will have a piece of the infinite pie. Everyone's worried that the pie is finite and there's not enough, but we're creating it moment to moment with our beliefs in limitation or with our beliefs in bounty and abundance, like the Empress. There's enough for everyone, and we just need to realize that everyone is us. Oh, wow. Very deep, good Neptunian reading. Have empathy for everyone. Have empowerment for yourself. And act out of love and passion. This is how to reach this outcome. Beautiful. So good, so good. I wish you could feel what I'm feeling just off of this very simple. These cards are deceptively simple, but they have such a good energy off of them. And if you can feel, just feel the vibration of what they're trying to say. It's not a novel. It's a couple of words on a card and a beautiful image, and feel the feeling. And the more we feel, the less we think. And the more we feel that love, the more we will have the power to manifest a world where everyone has a place and we have empathy for everyone. Beautiful. Any of you other tarot readers who would like to use this shortcut process that I just did and the quick cross spread, you are more than welcome to do so. You just need to attribute these spreads to me and link to my website, which is www.shinyallthetime.com. You can find all of the required attribution information at shinyallthetime.com/CC. CC stands for Creative Commons because I've made these spreads available through Creative Commons license so that you can use them in your projects. Yes. All right. Second shortcut. What do I want to do? You know, I haven't done one from Keepers of the Light for a while, and I'd like to do that, I think. Okay. Faith. Humanity and benevolence. Stay calm. Trust the good in yourself and others. See the light in the world. Hard to do when you feel like this. Hard to do when your heart is breaking. Hard to do when you're thinking about childhood pain, or you're worried about your future or your children's future. Hard to do when you feel like there's just no way to win. But faith is the first step in raising your emotional vibration so that you can hear higher mind, so that you can even get to love. If you go out and you meditate, you spend those 15 minutes a day, just a few minutes a day, 15 minutes a day, meditate. Just shut off the phone, close the door, get out in nature, anywhere where you can get a few minutes peace, turn off your phone, listen to the sound of your own heartbeat or your own breathing. It's as simple as that. Give yourself time for your mind to spin down and rest, and maybe so that you can hear your heart, you can get to a peaceful place, which is that neutral point, and then possibly you can start to have a little faith. You can start to feel a little bit better, just a tiny bit better than this. This is just that baby step to believe that there's good in the world, to believe that there's a chance that you can get away from this feeling of overwhelm and being trapped. Yeah, that's your little foothold, your little baby handhold into a wider, higher vibration, more beautiful world that has the potential to bring you everything that you really want. This is what we really want. We want everyone to be happy. Really, really we do. Okay, faith, humanity, and benevolence. Okay. Cutting. These cards are trying to sneak out. Sneak away. Lady Portia, divine order. Do what you feel is right. An important lesson is unfolding. Yes, absolutely. This is going to be so crucial, especially as the events of whatever is triggered by this new moon and whatever's triggered by this Pluto-Mars square that's coming up. Things have the potential to look scary, and we all need to take that Mercury-Mars energy at the end of the week and remember how I said it would give you courage to speak your mind and to stand up for what you believe in. Maybe be a little bit more king of air, because Mercury is definitely air-based, mind-based energy. And start talking about the fact that divine order takes into account all consciousness on the planet. Do what you feel is right. You are on the right track. An important lesson is unfolding. You are in this for a reason. We all are. We're all in this to transform these disempowered feelings into these feelings of inclusion and worthiness and empowerment. So feel the love that the universe has for you, and feel the importance that the universe places on you, because you are here at this time in the middle of this craziness on the planet Earth right now for a reason. And the world needs you. Okay, cutting. Oh my goodness. Wants me to have a bunch of cards. Dual cool. Remember, Dharma unfolding. Remember that you are on a path. Take one step at a time to happiness. Yes, you're here for a reason. Ain't nobody better for this job at this time than you. The universe has that much faith in you. You might not feel like it. You might feel a lack of self-confidence, and you might feel like you have this illusion of being trapped, but this is your process that you're in. We're all here to experience process. We could not experience process if we stayed in non-physical. If we stayed in heaven as omnipotent, timeless beings, we could not experience anything unfolding. We couldn't experience process. We couldn't experience the idea of not knowing what happened next, because everything in eternity, everything in heaven is now. There is no time. And so we can't experience becoming anything. We can't experience growing up. We can't experience learning anything. We can't experience overcoming any challenges if we don't come into this space-time reality and go through some stuff. So remember, you're on a path. Take one step at a time. You are allowed to take baby steps. Be good to yourself, especially this week as you're digging up that Chiron stuff from long ago. Many, many moons ago when you were a tiny kid and someone told you something hurtful or someone did something hurtful. You are here to process that pain into beauty. Process the darkness into light. This is part of your being journey. This is part of why your soul is here. And the universe is proud of you. The universe wants to know you're a divine child and you are loved. And you should have the same patience and unconditional love for yourself that the universe has for you. Beautiful. Be patient with yourself. You got this. There is good in the world. Have faith in humanity. We can do this. Beautiful. Ugh. These decks, so good. I always love going back to the Keepers of the Light deck. It's just so supportive, and it always has really relevant messages. And this deck, even though it's so deceptively simple, is just rewarding every time I have to do a very intuitive Neptunian read. Super, super good. Any of you who would like to acquire these decks for yourself, I do have a resources page at shinyallthetime.com. It's shinyallthetime.com/resources. And disclosure, if you do purchase a deck through that resources page, I do get a little bit of an affiliate percentage from your purchase. You will not pay any more for the deck. You pay the exact same price as if you didn't purchase it from my site. But if you do purchase it through my resources page, I do get a little bit of monetary support from your purchase. And that helps me to continue to do these readings for you. It helps with the costs of my website and other expenses of doing this work. So if you do purchase a deck through my resources page, I thank you in advance. Okay, I'm gonna do the Angel Answers card for you all. Flip it. Oh, look at this. Peaceful resolution. The end of a difficult situation, embrace the change and expect things to get better now. Have faith in our human family, friends. I know it looks bad right now. I know it looks daunting. I know these astrological aspects look sort of scary and challenging at the end of the week, but we have all this beautiful Venus, Jupiter, Neptune, even Sun Chiron, even that being cleaned out. That's gorgeous support. Look, totally heart-based, loving, all the colors of the rainbow, all the chakras aligned, and this higher mind, this brilliance of higher mind coming in to help reach a peaceful resolution again. And there's that supportive Saturn Uranus trine energy that's going to be underneath all of this for a while now. All of this so that we can reach this. This is what this is all for. I know it looks dark and scary, and some of you are going through a lot, and we're all in this together, and I feel it too. I want you to know I'm not immune from this. I read the same things you do. I see what's going on. But the guides want us to know that this, literally in the cards for us, the end of this difficult situation. Lavish abundance, give birth to your dreams. Nurture yourself and others. Speak your mind with confidence. Victory, good news, it's on its way. Right? Awesome. Let's focus on this weekend for New Moon. Just focus on this. Focus on how good this is going to feel when finally everyone comes together, hugs each other, shakes hands. Peaceful resolution. Help me manifest that, guys. Focus on this image. Let's do it. We got this. Beautiful. All right. We're doing a lot of good work. This is heavy, heavy stuff. This is world-changing, universe-shifting work that we're doing. And we should all feel good about ourselves and feel like divine empowered beings, because my goodness, if we can pull this off, how good is this going to be? Embrace the change. Awesome. These are my silly, bubbly victory reward dice that I love to get out at the end of the reading, just to, give us a little nudge of how we can possibly celebrate during this week. Let's take a look. Which dice will it be? I'm choosing one, closing my eyes, and roll. Hey everyone. Why not take either Venus conjunct Jupiter, because Venus is all about beauty, and Jupiter is on board with this. Hey, he's an empowered guy. He's confident in his masculinity. Everyone, go get a manicure. If you haven't had one, go to a good place that has a high reputation, that's clean, that's lovely, has a good atmosphere in it. Have someone do your nails. Like, it is so relaxing. They give you a hand massage. If you've never had a hand massage, you don't know what you're missing. This is the type of silly pampering that many of you are missing out on because you either say, oh, well, I shouldn't spend money on that, or, oh, well, I don't need that, or that's just silly. But having the human touch, talk about feeling connected to humanity. Some of us are spending so much time alone behind our cold screens without being touched by another human. Just having someone hold your hand, even if it's just to give you some therapy, or to give you a massage, or to make your nails look pretty. It's also amazing when you have clean nails and they're actually clipped and they're well taken care of. How much you want to use your hands, how much you want to show them off, how many people will compliment you if you get a really awesome polish or you get a neat design. It's a very Venusian thing. This so feels like Venus energy. And I encourage any of you who feel inspired to do something silly to celebrate, especially the very loving Venus-Jupiter conjunction tomorrow. And it's not that expensive. You can find good places that don't charge an arm and a leg. Just make sure they're highly rated. And give yourself this gift. If you've never done it before, try it out, because it's a silly way to pamper yourself. And we all need a little pampering just to get our minds off of this stuff. And I'll tell you something else is I actually meditate a lot while I'm getting a manicure, because you can't do anything. You can't mess with your phone because, they're painting your nails. So you can't mess with your phone. You can't be distracted by the hamster wheel of social media and your monkey mind. You just have to sit there and enjoy it. And it teaches you to be still. You can meditate. You can think about whatever you want. You can go inside. It's beautiful. Try it. All right, everyone. Those of you who would like your own reading, because I know this was a big general, this is very much about collective and world event stuff right now, and the planet. So if you would like a more personalized reading that's just all about you and whatever individual topic that you would like to focus on, I do have a services page at shinyallthetime.com. It's shinyallthetime.com/services. You can go there or follow the services link at the top of any shinyallthetime.com page. I have tons of different readings. I've got short and sweet readings that just have a couple cards, or I've got even more elaborate readings that can go into more detail about things. And wow, this is already hugely detailed, and thank you for sticking with me. But again, if you want your own personalized reading, please feel free to order whatever service you would like off of that page, and I will be happy to serve you in any way that you do order. And yes, if you've enjoyed this very, profound collective message for all of us here on planet Earth, please give me a like, subscribe to my channel if you like what you see here, and please share this video. This is something that people need to see. People need to know that this is coming. People need to know that they can have faith in humanity. People need to know that the more they love, the more this peaceful resolution is going to happen for us. I feel like it's really, really important, and the guides are really yanking on me energetically very, very hard right now to tell you that this needs to be out there. So please do share this video, like, subscribe. It helps me raise in the search results on YouTube and helps other people find this information, and it's incredibly relevant and important right now. Make your beautiful, loving, heart-based new moon wishes for peaceful resolution this weekend. Get out there, especially tomorrow for Venus conjunct Jupiter, and all week, frankly. The energy is great all week. Get out there, stay shiny. I am with you. I'm rooting for you. I'm rooting for us. Go humans, go planet Earth. And I will see you all next time.